I am Somkiat will present you the project of the Wang, like you said, that the Wang, we call it the Wang Valley. It's close to Silicon Valley. We will give you the detail. But first of all, I'd like to bring you back to about the Vadanyakul project, which is this project started in 1998, which is almost 30 years ago. Like Dr. Professor Wang, who is a chairman of the university, mentioned. Can you imagine back to 30 years ago, almost 30 years ago, we were with this land, no high-tech instrument, not at all, no GPS. I'm the project manager of this project. The thing that starting, in fact, the land plot is around 2,000 acres altogether. But what we have been assigned to develop just only the 500, I think the 500 acre in front of the plot. At that time, no GPS, so I have to use the aerial photography and walk and went with a small truck, try to locate the boundary of the university. It's quite difficult. In fact, we have two projects. It's about the same. It's about the academic project. This one designed and built 20 years earlier than the second one that Mr.Somkiat will present. The most important thing is that this project belongs to OHEC, which is Office of Higher Education Commission. That's a competition project. The idea, like Professor Dr. Wang said, that the main concept is try to minimize cutting down the tree, try to minimize to change the topography and everything. So we keep that concept strictly. Altogether, 82 buildings. If you have a chance to go to the university, which is around 20 kilometers upper north, you will see around 2 million big trees surrounding the building. As an architect, we try to convince the client, to have to do the project. I mean, the architecture and the plantation and the green should be get along together. This one is a good example. Finally, I had a chance to visit yesterday. Oh, there's already a building in the forest, which is, of course, is quite difficult because of you did not do any cut and fill the land. It has to be according to the existing terrain. So it creates some difficulty to the student who use bicycle also, but it's good for their health. Anyway, okay. And then we finished this 182 building, and this is a picture. I mean, probably not long time ago. So you'll be able to see that the big tree, like Dr. Professor Wang said, when I came here, it's a paddy field down there, down at the foot of the mountain. It's a destroyed land. Not many big trees, but once we do anything according to the concept design, we can create something like it. Two projects that belong to OHEC, and another one is a PTT. PTT is a Petroleum Authority of Thailand. As an architect, we try to convince the client, to do the good master plan, to use, do the good landscape and blend it together with the architecture. Fortunately, that we two of our clients truly understand the concept of the planning. So this is the since that we are in Chiang Rai, so I bring this project to present it to you a little bit. And like Ajahn got this morning, she said that on the King Rama IX just said that plant the tree in the people's heart first, and they will plant the tree. This is my house, right downtown Bangkok. It's a 4 acre. Sometimes you hardly convince your client to plant the tree, to do the big, a good landscape. But this is my house, I'm the client. So I can do whatever I like. And our family, we start, since my father, we start working, planting the tree like this. No one can cut the tree. And this is the only place in downtown, that it's private owned, not the public owned, but try to maintain. Anyone who cut the tree will be beheaded instead of the tree. But anyway, just give you, like our Professor Prabhakorn said that first, God, this is my house that you mentioned. So before that, starting to doing with what you can do first, like you can plant the tree everywhere. Now I will pass the second, which is the main presentation of this topic to Mr.Somkiat. He's a project manager of the Wang project, which belongs to PTT.
It's pretty creepy. Just kidding. Just a bit of background on the Wang Valley. Basically, it's really like a science research park. Belong to PTT, similar to like Petronas of Malaysia.
Petroleum Authority.
Yeah, that's right. And then it's coming up pretty good. There's numbers of institute or research arms of corporate coming to the place. I just quickly get you back to 2030. The original ideas of the project actually came from a competition for a sort of graduate school, like university, science university, and originally it sit in this location in Rayong, also in the eastern part of Thailand. A lot of sort of petroleum industrial. And they did a sort of last-minute U-turn to move actually that's a competition project that we won, the same site. And they sort of, in the end, they thought perhaps they got a better location. So they moved to this Wang site. And, we got like short of 2,000 acres of land.
It's coincident. This is similar, the same site area, 2,000 acres as a Mefalo project.
Yeah. I believe originally in like 1890s, the land was accumulated for like industrial estate. We still see like banner protest the industrial estate for this land. When we went there, and PTT asked us to choose a portion of land to build a university. A future university. And this is what happened and what we did. But we just sort of at that time proposed that, what about the rest of the land? Are you going to just leave it empty? Should we do something like an estate, like some infrastructure so that some institution or some research company can come in? And they actually agreed to do that. And this is just a study master plan. And of course it will be phased, and then it become part of the EECI, which is Eastern Economic Corridor, initiated by the government, and we are quite honored to be part of that future project. Yes, and then it will be sort of, subdivided in a smaller piece of land, and yeah, and you can see it's coming up.
The reason of having a big lake is around 300 square cubic meters.
Yes.
The problem is that during the rainy season, because of the location of the plot is next from the big mountain, is keep that of flash flooding to the community down below. And Somkiat will tell them why we have the reservoir out there.
Yeah. These are the sample of the company that start to move their research arms there. Now I like to come to this attention of the university part. Actually it's not yet a university, but it's basically like a science institution. Provide only postgraduate education, and I think it's come from the belief of PTT that science will sort of lead the country, to have like a science education. And you can see that big lake that Prabhakorn just mentioned. And just a bit on this WISTEC, it's still called WISTEC, and they provide only like a frontier research, and then they have this ambitious to go like global. And then actually this was from the competition page. We also propose to plant some trees that could grow along with the ambition. And those are some pages from their website. And actually they are doing pretty good at the moment. Now back to the lake you mentioned. We have this idea of having like a eco-forest, lake, and minimal built area. And we also learn at that point of time that the lower part, lower further, the site is actually about 73 meters from above the sea level, and then there's some low-lying area that get flooded every year.
It creates problem to the community down below every year, like in this picture also. That's before we did the reservoir.
Yeah, and all the area is basically like a rubber plantation. They are actually on the site itself also like is agricultural land. Yeah.
The same concept as Mae Phá Luang, we try to maintain, preserve the existing tree, which is like Somkiat said, is all the rubber farms.
Yeah, I mean, even though they are lot property, and then that's the construction image
During the construction.
built with lake in the mountain.
People always complain that why we do the lake on the hill, which is it's quite difficult to contain water. But in fact, that's a problem solving. We try to manage the water drainage in order to protect the flooding the community. That's an answer that we give to the public.
Yeah, and the mountain behind the campus, similar to Mae Phá Luang. And the site, the problem with Thailand is that, we sort of get rid of the forest and then make them into agricultural land, just like what happened. And then now we have to sort of return them back, They did all kinds of agricultural, like cassava, pineapple, rubber, yes. And yes, at some point, just right before the construction, and then that's the construction of the project. And nowadays, it's
Turn into
yes, it looks pretty good, yes. And that's the photo. Just a bit on the rubber plantation. When we work on the project, there's also voice like saying like the rubber tree, there's no value on that, and it will die in some years. But in reality, when I did some reading, they can last like 40, 50 years, and in some cases they can last almost like 100 years. So I mean, the thing is that all plants are creatures. That's come from some presentation page, but basically to have a campus that go along well with the that's some section showing the man-made lake, high up, and actually there's a smaller lake. Another point that I like to emphasize is that to sort of live with the nature, with whatever we have, for example, like when we do some road work or some bicycle lane, we're looking at like perhaps like 10 feet from the bike lane, we leave it just to nature, like a forest, and then so we have to take care of only minimal area of that. The upper image is Photoshop, but the lower image is what happened in reality at the moment. Yes. And I will just run you through some slide of quite current. I think it's
in fact, if you go back to the master plan, it's a boarding school, which means that you have to design to combine everything in a walking distance, not because of the dormitory. The student will be able to walk from the house or the dorm to the library, because normally library will open 24 hours for this kind of university, so it has to be quite convenient for the student also. And in fact, it is a forest. It used to be the big forest, and still in forest.
Yeah, I mean, we have to sort of work with whatever. It's also good in terms of, for example, if you want to keep the rubber trees, you can't do the land excavation or landfill, right? Because we will
and most question come that if you have the big forest like this, how about the animal, the poison animal, for example, the snake, everything that
we live with them.
Yeah, we live with them. Frankly speaking, we can live together.
Yeah,
we can live together. Don't worry. But by doing some design, so we raise the
I got some sample actually. I got some sample here. That's right.
In order to not let the student walk on the ground, it's a little bit safer.
So you can see that the landscape is not that like manicure. Like it's quite. Actually, there's still some palm oil. We just leave it like that. Yes. Yes.
This is
this is quite latest, but you can see how the rubber plant, rubber trees go along pretty well with the building. This is our lab building. Building again.
Election.
I mean, even what I'm trying to say is that even it's rubber plantation and palm oil and so on, it still looks good. This one is the dormitory that Prabhakorn just mentioned, that we raised the building, and then and actually I don't have the photo of the walkway. They are all raised up on small pilates, because that's also the direction that we pursue, like to, of course, to allow the natural drainage, and then to allow for the fellow reptiles, all the animals that go there. You can see that it raises up, and then
it's what walk.
Right. And that's the Prabhakorn. I can't do that. Anyway,
Instructor,
the
resident,
the house. house also sort of rests on the column. Yes. Yeah, I think that's.
Again, we try not to, destroy the topography. We try to maintain at it is like this, and then we finally the plant will grow and make it. Fortunately, that we have a two kind, which is the same, except our concept, and so we can implement what we present to them. And it's so strange because this is a academy, it's a campus also, same scale of the property, same idea,
mountain background,
and the same concept. I mean, the client is believe in working with the green, with the architecture and blending with the good landscape.
Yes, and I can tell you that there are really minimal excavation and landfill for the project. That is, but very minimal.
In fact, I give a lecture so many university. I always teach them about the nature is quite important. In one field, we call it the biomimicry. It means that architecture which design from the nature. My professor, when I was in the state, my professor taught me about that. This is a magic word. I always tell the student that in the nature, everything that survives is designed right and be right. Yes. Any question, please?